Hi, my name is Dr. Richard Goldfarb. I am a board-certified surgeon practicing in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I have been practicing over 30 years, and throughout my career, I have been able to not only treat patients, but I have been afforded the ability to be on many boards in the aesthetic industry, as well as in the surgical and vascular surgery board. And because of that varied experience, it allows me to take the patient as a whole. In other words, we don't just focus in on one thing. And one of the advantages of all this has been the fact that I have been able to really see the world and see all their health issues worldwide. We know that particularly like diabetes is a worldwide pandemic. And unfortunately, up until now, we have never been able to treat this adequately except for diet and exercise. But with the use of a new product, semaglutide, we're able to treat this with a small injection once a month. Now, they do have an oral form that has not been as advantageous. However, with the use of that, we're able to treat all kinds of patients with obesity, and it levels out their blood sugar levels. We know that blood sugar increase has caused tremendous health issues, such as heart disease, cancer are the two main ones. And what we want to do in our practice and worldwide is to take that major health issue and condense it down to only a few. And that'll be a world changer. So I've been able to be on the board of many of these companies that produce the product, as well as I advise all my colleagues on how to do it. So this obesity problem that we're now are able to treat has been really a great thing. So we're taking patients that are quite obese and they're losing the weight. Unfortunately, skin doesn't always shrink to the new body contouring size that we want to see. They lose muscle and they lose their skin elasticity. So up until now, we really didn't have any other solution for that except for surgery. And being a board certified plastic surgery, we're able to reconstruct that area. But many patients don't want that, and many patients really don't need that. So we have a device that we are utilizing for all of our weight loss patients in our practice that we're able to treat at the tail end of their weight loss. And we use something called UltraSculpt that really works well. Why does it work so well? We're able to target specific areas of laxity of the skin, as well as they're always going to have some residual pockets of fat. And we're able to really target that area. Many of the newer devices, they say, have these electronic arms that are above you, but they don't know and can't sense where the body really needs it. So the fact that we can mechanically treat the patients with this tremendous device, we're able to really sculpt the body. Because overall, if you lose the weight, that's one thing, and you're going to look better. But if you then can sculpt the body with this device, which we have done and continue to do, then you really have accomplished the ultimate goal. The patient satisfaction rate is always important to us, and we're well over 96%. It's almost unheard of to have anybody who's not been happy with it. The fact that we are getting those kind of results, which we will share some of the photographs with you, you would really understand by how large they were and now how small they are, and cannot imagine that we did not have to do a surgical correction of their skin. And that's what's really been a tremendous benefit. So the package of losing the weight, doing the proper diet, lifestyle changes has been fantastic. But adding this device and adding it to contour your shape has given our patients the holy grail of what they're looking for in life. I do want to touch on the fact that the semaglutide and tirzepatide have made a major difference in our patients for a couple reasons. One is It's very easy to take one little injection once a week. That doesn't have to give you that daily treatment of taking pills and watching, make sure you took them or not. So the ease of that medication to last 7 days has been a tremendous benefit, i.e. the compliance, which is really easy, and the fact that their hunger has changed. We know that semaglutide works in the small intestine by sending a signal up to the satiety center in the brain. So it not only tells you that you're not hungry and that you're not going to crave sugar, high sugar content products, it also tells you that your body doesn't crave those things anymore. So a lot of the likes and dislikes have changed tremendously. The most important thing besides that is what we call A1C. A1C measures in a span of time how your blood sugars are from a spiking situation to how they'll level out. And we have seen a tremendous drop with the semaglutide. What we also have seen by adding, again, our device to really contour the body has really completed the package. Most of our patients cannot stop thanking us. We have well over 100, well, probably over 150 now letters from our satisfied patients, and all of them have received that combination therapy. We feel without that combination therapy, you have not completed the ultimate goal, which is body contouring, better health, and that's what we all want for a longer life. So the BMI, which keeps you in a certain range for your size, your bone structure, has to be in a range that's going to allow you to be healthier. And what's now evidenced by all the data is that people with a normal BMI, based on their size, based on their weight, and based on our treatments and how they've contoured, not only is great for their self-image and how well they can fit into society. What's important to say is that our life insurance policies now have stated that when you're in that range, you are going to live 7.5 years longer. So if you take two individuals, one is not on this semaglutide and getting their body contoured versus ones that do that, tremendous difference. So it's nice to tell people that you're going to live on the average, 7.5 years longer. We think that's a tremendous benefit in addition. I will tell you that it's tremendous to see patients so happy, so vibrant, and so excited about things. And we notice that when they're in their new lifestyle plan and working out and everything, and they still find a little pocket here and there they may not have noticed, we take our device, we basically do our treatments on it, and we can really contour that particular site. No other device and nothing in our hands before this has been able to contour specific areas. We also use it on the legs, lower extremity, use it on the arms, you can use it under the chin, you can use it wherever you see fat accumulating that you don't want to. The nice thing is we also get that skin contraction so that it contours the shape. The Lasker device in our practice, which treats a lot of the obese population, as well as patients that need body contouring, has been a game changer. So if you're practicing in this field of better wellness, better health for your patients, you absolutely need this device in order to contour the shapes. We can exercise, we can do all these little modifications that we do in the gym, but you can't contour it like you can with this simple, very painless treatment, and you can get multiple treatments till you get it exactly contoured equal to both sides. That is so different than we've ever had to utilize in the United States, where you could just target one area or another or target a whole big area. That gives you such versatility and the ability to really get your patients at their optimal look and their optimal health. If their metabolic numbers are now back in the quote normal range and they feel good about themselves and they look better, you have the happiest patients. And as we know, it increases your longevity of life up to 7.5 years. There's nothing better than this as far as what we're all looking for. Quote, the fountain of youth. That's what we all want. So what we see in multiple cultures as I travel and speak for an awful lot of different companies and boards worldwide is that the diets are dramatically different from one culture to another. We all know that we need a significant amount of protein in our diet to maintain the healthiest body and the healthiest overall being of the patients. But that isn't always the case in multiple countries because they don't have access to as much protein or what we call a balanced diet. So how do we get around that? What we do is we want to advise them to change their dietary habits, and that's always really important. But if you don't have that ability to do that, we are now able to do this with our body shaping and the semaglutide, where it will take down the bulk weight. And then if they slowly implement new changes in their diets, they get the Lasker device to shape them properly, they're much more motivated. Motivation is the key to really stick to a proper diet and exercise program, as well as getting the body contoured. In our particular practice, what we see is once they start seeing the weight come off, patients are so motivated, they feel better about themselves, they're better at their jobs, and they're just happy people. And we know that we've accomplished the ultimate goal, which is preserving a happy, healthy life. So for many of my colleagues that are in what we call family medicine, internal medicine, dermatology, and also endocrinology, we have seen that all these disciplines are now sharing in this health and wellness situation for patients because they all have those kind of patients coming into their practice. Now with the use of the combination of the GLP-1 and body contouring, we're able to very, very easily treat these patients from all those different disciplines and getting very similar results. So where it used to be you had to go to a weight center only, that's not the way it's practiced in the United States anymore. And worldwide, I speak to so many of my colleagues, and they're also doing the same thing. They're all sharing in that type of treatment for our patients, which is being healthier. Therefore, they're going to live longer and they're significantly happier. They perform significantly better at work. And when in doubt, productivity is the key to success for all of us.